When Dr. Chip Bizard applied for a position at Wartburg College, his wife knew she would have to come along too.
My husband was offered a teaching job in the religion department. And at that point, I figured I'd be working at McDonald's because I had no idea if I would have a parish to serve in. Literally, honestly, I really didn't know. And when I called to the synod office, they said, well, you know, we only let people come into the synod if they interview in person. And I'm like, well, I live in Philadelphia. So, but then I came and interviewed for the position of Director of Church Relations and Associate of Campus Ministry.
Since the beginning, these two were a package deal. Pastor Ramona says she met Dr. Bizard at a Christian summer camp, which she still remembers vividly.
I walked on campus with my mother and my aunt who had driven me from Michigan, and one of the first people I saw was Dr. Bizard on a diving board at the pool with a Panama hat on and flowered swimming trunks that went down to his ankles. He was weird. When I went to camp, they would do devotions together. Well, I found out that part of the reason Dr. Bizard did that is because he was infatuated with one of the women who, you know, was part of that Bible study group, right? Well, then when I got to know him over the summer, I mean, we were just friends, and found out he was dating 3 women. And I'm like, you know, that's not ethical. I'm sorry, that's a really bad thing to do to women. Well, of course, how he tells the story now is that, oh, I was trying to get him to drop the women so that I could date him. And it's like, no, the first question was the ethical question, all right? The other came later because I was invited to go to San Antonio, Texas to visit him. And he said, call me anytime. And so I called him and said, well, I'm going to come to San Antonio.
Pastor Ramona has played an essential part of the Wartburg community for 24 years and is planning to retire at the end of this year. Throughout her years, she has given many messages in the Wartburg Chapel alongside the other campus pastors. She says she is looking forward to having more time to spend on her hobbies in her retirement.
I love reading. I like fiction, nonfiction, history. I'm constantly on the lookout for good books. I have in the past been a sewer and needle worker. I plan to do all of the above because I don't usually have time for them, so this is going to be really exciting.
One thing is for certain, we will all miss Pastor Ramona Bizard,